So it is time again for the weekly fragrance review. So if you want to know what 7 or 8 fragrances that I wore this week and whether they got me compliments, yada, 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 etc., 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 meet me on the other side of this intro. We're going to break it down. We're going to bust it down. See you in just 1 or 2 or 3 ticks. Sit right there. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Trey Sense, and thank you for returning to the scene of the crime. Listen, before we get into this video, I got a little bit of a favor to ask for you. You know, I live in Alabama, and the other day some tornadoes came through and they hit historic Selma, Alabama. I have a friend, Mr. Woods, that lives in that area. Well, not in that area, he lives in Selma. Town got beat up pretty good, and for those that don't know, Selma is already a pretty rough area as far as poverty and things go. Just not a lot positive things have been happening for Selma. So if you would, please keep Alabama and Selma, Alabama specifically in your prayers. I don't think anyone was hurt, but still a lot of damage. Now, scoot y'all back just a perfect. Now, it is time for the weekly fragrance review. So what we're going to do is talk about the fragrances that I wore during the week, which will be Sunday through Saturday. Okay? You ready? You ready? Let's get into it. Now, Sunday was a little bit cold. A rare Sunday off for me. I actually had to work today, which is Saturday. Well, it's Sunday again, but you get what I'm saying. So my manager gave me Sunday off because she needed me to work this Saturday. So the fragrance that I chose to wear was from the House of Gucci, and it is Gucci Guilty Absolute. Now this one is another oud-based fragrance, and I think what got me in the mood to wear this one was wearing Dunhill Icon Absolute, which these fragrances are a little similar. I think it's the oud in there, but you know, oud is a very synthetic note in most fragrances because it's too expensive to put real agarwood in there, so it's just, it doesn't happen. And this one smells good. I did get some compliments, and the compliments were whatever that is you're wearing smells really, really nice. And it was Gucci Guilty Absolute. I think it was fairly cool that Sunday. Oh, yeah, I know it was. It was a little on the cool side. Yeah, yes, it was very cool. That's what it was. It was very cool. That was Sunday, which would have been what, January the 8th? Yes. Now, going into Monday, I think it was the 8th. Let me make sure. Yes, Sunday the 8th. All right, which goes into Monday the 9th. Wasn't feeling too well. Sat around the house most of the day. Still had to go to work. What did I wear? From the House of Classic Match. It is Classic Match Black, which is their version of Polo Black. And honestly, this is probably about 95% close. Now, Polo Black smells good. Not the most expensive fragrance in the world, but still. If you want to smell like Polo Black for $7 or $8, then you can get Classic Match Black. And it's 95% what Polo Black is. And this probably performs a little bit better if I'm being honest. But this is what I wore the first part of the day as I lounged around the house and just chilled, took it easy and watched TV, AKA sat in the recliner and slept. Polo Black Classic Match. That was a gift from my boy Teddy Bear, who is one of my regular customers at my store. Now, what I wore to work that evening, which would have been Monday night, from the House of Cool Water, it is from the House of Davidoff, it is Cool Water Intense. Now, don't buy this thinking that you're getting that Cool Water DNA, because it's not. It's not. It's very sweet, very modern, very popular scent profile. You're not going to find many people that dislike this fragrance. The thing I will tell you about this fragrance is it's nuclear. It's beast mode. It projects. The longevity is good. 4 or 5 sprays of this on your hoodie or your sweater, and you're good all day. You're good all day. especially if you put a couple of shots on your skin as well, which I do both. Love to spray on my clothes, my shirt, even my jeans and my sweats, and I definitely love to hit my skin because it reacts different. But spraying your clothes will get you lots of longevity. Compliments, yes, it was, oh, whatever that is you're wearing, smell good, which I get that a lot. Young lady was like, I smelled you when I came through the door. I knew you was in here. I get that a lot too. So, but nonetheless, from the house of Davidoff Cool Water Intense. And that takes us to Monday the 9th. Tuesday the 10th. A little bit cool. So I went with one of my favorite scent profiles. And this fragrance reminds me of a very expensive discontinued fragrance from the house of Gucci. That fragrance is Gucci Pour Homme 2. This fragrance is from the house of Hannah Moret, and it is him, the EDP. And this smells like Gucci Pour Homme 2. Sweetness, a little bit of tea note. And I was smelling myself all night with this. This performs really, really well, and a good smelling fragrance. And it puzzles me that you don't hear more talk about this fragrance anymore. I guess some of the big time reviewers have put it down. I used to see this at Nordstrom's rack for $17 or $18. I picked mine up from Miss Julie out in Texas, my homegirl, and I got it really, really cheap. So, but it's a nice, sweet fragrance, great for this time of the year. Rock this with a hoodie and a nice toboggan, as we call them down south. Skull caps or beanies, as Sam them probably call them. Yo, Trey, that's a beanie. And a toboggan, that's a beanie. Same difference. Hat to keep your ears warm. But nonetheless, great for a hoodie. Nice little date night fragrance too. You can spray this on her, on a little audition. Little date. Is she acting right? You can upgrade her. You know what I'm saying? Take her, you ain't going to the Sizzler, we're going to the IHOP. We upgrading the IHOP. You know what I mean? Take her on down to IHOP. Let her get that big breakfast. The one with all the stuff. Yeah. This'll do. This'll do the trick, man. It's just a nice, good smelling fragrance. Again, it does smell a lot like Gucci Pour Homme 2, but for a fraction of the cost. And it is Hannah Moret, the EDP. And that was Tuesday the 9th. So we're going into Wednesday the 10th. Let's do it in this order. Again, another day I wasn't feeling really, really well. So laid around the house the most part of the day, AKA sleeping in the recliner. And this is Diesel. What is it? Is it Fuel for the Soul? And it doesn't say on this bottle. Diesel. I know it's Diesel. Did I write it down? Y'all didn't see me drop more fragrances, but the show must go on. Let me see if I wrote it down. Probably did not. Nope, I just wrote Diesel. Spirit. Is it Spirit of the Brave? Let's see if it's on this cap. I think it is Diesel Spirit. Diesel. Diesel. I'm getting there. Yes, I think it's only the Brave Spirit. It's hard to read in a circle, y'all. Y'all ever try that? Anyway, the show must go on. I want to say it's Diesel Only the Brave Spirit is the name of this. Best way to describe this: woody. If you do not like woody fragrances, do not mess with this. I picked this up for a really, really ridiculous price. I mean, it was under $15 at Ross, maybe last Christmas. Not Christmas of 22, but Christmas of 21. And I like it. I like it, but I'm a fan of Diesel. I like the bottle. Got a Diesel watch as well. But I like this fragrance. I like this fragrance. And this is what I wore the first part of the day as I just sat around the house, chill and watch TV. Diesel Spirit of the Brave. No, that's not right. Anyway, I'm sure y'all will correct me in the comments. Yeah. Good little woody scent right there. As I laid around the house and chilled. That was the first part of the day, what I wore to work. Wednesday night from the house of Hannah Marie. Sticking with that is the EDT as it started to warm up. And I just wanted something a little bit fresher, a little bit more citrusy. I think these have been discontinued as well, but I don't think they're out of circulation, so I don't think the prices went up on them any. But nonetheless, this is what I chose to go with as it warmed up to almost 70 degrees as the rain and everything was going through. And I knew it was going to be about 60, 65 degrees while I was working. So I thought, you know what, great night to pull a nice freshie out, put it on. And I love the scent profile of this fragrance. And this is the EDT, Hannah Marie, the EDT. For the price that you were picking these up at, I wish I had backup bottles of them. I mean, they're just good. They just smell good. They smell of high quality. I like them. I like them a lot. Nice, fresh, but at the same time, masculine type of scent. Very casual, nice t-shirt, cargo pants, or gym shorts, or hooping shorts, as the boy Goldie Smell Good say. Or, well, he's not Goldie no more. T Smell Good. I like it. I like it a lot. Hannah Marie, the EDT. And that was Wednesday. Thursday, I don't have my Thursday fragrance with me. Why? It was from the house of Sensual Obsessions, and it was a 5 ml decant, and I wore it to work. And while I was at work, one of my co-workers, my boy Paul, Mr. was like, Trey, that smell good. So I just pulled it out of my pocket and was like, here you go, smell it. So he got to smell it, and I was like, you like that? He said, yeah, so let's take it with you. And it is a clone of maybe Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. I think so. I think it's Tobacco Vanille. Nonetheless, I liked it. It smelled good. Or maybe it's Oud Wood. No, I have his formulation of Oud Wood. It's not. It's something from Tom Ford. But nonetheless, I gave it to my boy Paul. It smells good, so I do not have a bottle of it on hand, but you can hit Kevin up on Facebook and get yourself a bottle of it. It smells really, 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 really good, and I can smell that stuff hours. 4 hours I was at work, and then the 5 or 6 hours before I fell asleep when I got home, you can still smell that stuff. Good stuff. And that was Thursday, which takes us to my only off day. And that was Friday. So what did I wear Friday to go out and have a little fun? I wore from the house of YSL. It is La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique. And I like this fragrance. Cardamom heavy. But at the same time, it's got something in it that's just sweet and smooth. Compliment getting fragrance. Again, I wear a lot of hoodies in the wintertime because they're just cozy and they're comfortable. And I'm a big guy, so big guys and hoodies go well together. And compliments, you smell really, really good. And this is what I had on. Bleu Electrique. Now this one is discontinued, so I advise you, if you want this one, go ahead and swoop him up now, because the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be to get. YSL did something dumb with this one. They brought it back, I think, to offset the reformulation of the original La Nuit de l'Homme, and then they discontinued it as my battery is getting low. But nonetheless, I like this fragrance. Bleu Electrique from the house of YSL. And that was my Friday, and I forgot to tell you the date. Let me look again. Friday's date would have been the 13th, Friday the 13th. How does one forget that? Which brings us to Saturday. First part of the day, again, I just chilled. My friend up in St. Louis, Mr. Lamar Gadsden, did me a favor and sent me several samples. This is a sample of Dua's My Love. Just a little sample here. I sprayed several sprays of it. I tried to like it. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. It leans a little bit feminine. Then it comes back masculine. It's got, I want to say, a peach note in it, but it's like a mix between peach and soapy and slightly floral. Now, the interesting part about this My Love is it's a clone of a Rosia Dove fragrance. I can't think of the name, but it's something Love as well, that they only made 1,000 bottles or so many bottles of. And it was released to some fancy clothing store, and people were paying upwards of $1,000 for it. And Dua some kind of way got a hold to it and cloned it, and this is their version of it. And from what I understand, it's supposed to be pretty close, but for you single guys, I don't think this is a fragrance that you're gonna wear and a young lady smell you and be like, oh my gosh, you smell so good. So if you're wearing fragrances trying to get the attention of a young lady, I don't think this is it. If you have a ton of fragrances and you're looking for something that smells a little bit different and off the beaten path, you may want to go with this. For the money, I think this Afnan Supremacy Gold is a better option because they both have that peach note up at the top. And this fragrance did not perform on me at all. I mean, it was just about 100% gone after a very short time, maybe 3 hours. I don't even think I got 3 hours out of it, and it was gone, which I know Dua is a solid house. Their products normally do well. This one did not do well on me at all. I cannot recommend that you get this one. No compliments, no nothing, just, you know, whatever. That's what I wore the first part of the day. Dua's My Love. And for the nightcap, and to end the week, my fragrance of the evening, the night that I wore to work, is from the house of Mont Blanc. And I'm wondering if you can guess which one it is. Probably not. It is the original Pac-Man Ghost. It is Mont Blanc Emblem. And I remember picking this up on a steal back when I was married. Now this is a very small bottle. It's 40 mils, which is what, 1.8 ounces. And I picked this up in the teens. I want to say I got it on clearance for like $12. And I was ecstatic, elated, whatever you want to call it, to get this fragrance. And it does smell good. I did not receive any compliments, but it's kind of a weird night at work. You know, I didn't receive any compliments. So I wasn't around a lot of the people I normally work around, and none of the customers said anything, and I wasn't really around anybody else. So Mont Blanc Emblem, or Mont Blanc if you fancy. Absolute is still my favorite Mont Blanc fragrance. Mont Blanc Emblem Absolute, that is. And you know, hey, that's that. That's what I wore the week. Again, no compliments on this one, but still, it's a very solid fragrance, and it's one that I don't hear people talking about. Doing this style of review and keeping up with my fragrances is something new for me. Please bear with me. I'm trying to get used to, you know, not looking at the notebook and keeping everything straight. It will get better, you know, it'll get more fluid, but, you know. So I apologize if it was a little bit more herky-jerky than normal and not off the seat of my pants, because that's when I'm at my best, when I just let it flow, when I freestyle it. But anyway, sometimes you got to do things a little bit different. So, you know, bear with me. We're going to have a little growth here. But yeah, and that is the end of week 2. That is 14 days worth of fragrances. Well, that's 7. But this is the second one of these videos. So tomorrow starts a new week, and 7, 8, 9, 10 more fragrances. So I am anxious to see. I did make some purchases this week. They were online purchases, so to speak, so they're not here yet, but hopefully by Wednesday, because Monday is a holiday, so the mail will not run. So hopefully by Wednesday, hopefully I know one of them is already at my post office. I just didn't go get it today. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Thursday you'll have a what's new to the collection video. I think you're gonna have one by Thursday. Pretty sure you're gonna have one by Thursday. But anyway, thank you so much for sitting through this video. It means a lot. Again, like, share, and sub. And thank you all for returning to the scene of the crime. Hey, you guys are the best part of this channel. So with that being said, I'm gonna get off of here, edit it, thumbnail it, and get it up so you can see it. Week 2 in the year of 2023 week in fragrance review. Peace.